Welcome to the Big Biz Show.
Taking care of business.
You want fast-talking, hard-hitting discussions on business and finance? Maybe with a barroom slant and some really salty peanuts? We're not counting calories. We're counting cash. Before we get to the man with the financial plan, meet the money team. Costa, Mary, now Captain Finance himself, Sully.
Wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, we welcome you to the Big Biz Show. We're live in Southern California, inside the Loft 100 studios, and as we like to sometimes say around here,
A big old howdy to you.
oh my God, that is the Day Trader Trio. I'm Costa, that's Mary Burt Godwin, and of course, Sully.
Isn't it weird that it's Wednesday? We're saying that we're in the same thing we were Tuesday, so it's I slept in my car Monday and Tuesday, Mike? Is that how it's going?
Well, the wife and I are having some problems, so I've been sleeping.
You know what this mic means?
Oh,
It means it's new sponsor Wednesday.
That's right, ladies and
And who do
gentlemen.
we have? I haven't even looked yet. Here we go, Mike. Here's the new sponsor. And what
New
is it?
sponsor. This portion of the program is brought to you by Slim Jim. If you're looking for your 6 feet of meat, Slim Jim has it for you, ladies and gentlemen. 6 feet
That is
of
not a
nutritional
sponsor.
meat.
No. We
coming
are
your
brought to you
way.
by, can we have some
Brought to you by
sponsor
the
meat?
Big Biz Show. There you go.
We are brought to you by Prudential. Let Prudential be your rock for retirement. Also brought to you by Bayer Advanced. Better science, better results. Little company we like, new startup called Starbucks. Maybe you heard of them? I'm hopped up on some now. Mike snorted some before the show. What's the next one? Oh yeah, Bloomin' Brands and their fine family of restaurants. You know how Mike loves Funyuns? It's because it's named after the authentic Australian food called Bloomin' Onion. They're growing on the side of the road on the way to.
It will never get old.
Yeah.
Love it.
On the way to Brisbane. It's not the
Bloomin'
Elephant Road.
Onion.
It's the Bloomin' Onion Road.
Just pull over, look
last
for the
of our-
koalas, and cut them down.
I mentioned I'm a sniff of superiority.
That's right.
Spelled C-H-Y-E. My guitar sponsor, Taylor Guitars. I'm a featured artist.
I love them.
I'm not a musician. I just draw their stuff on the wall. That's all. Okay.
Love it.
So yesterday we talked about Isla Vista.
Yes.
Where'd you go to school?
San Jose State University.
So did I.
class.
Aztecs. Go. Boom. Class of 18.
You went to like every
83.
school in San Diego, didn't
I did a hat
For
trick.
a
Yeah.
year?
Well, at the time,
It's
let
boring.
me bring you back to a gentler time.
Here we go.
Please do.
The year was 1978. I had a full ride football scholarship to University of the Pacific.
UOP.
Go Tigers.
It's not necessarily, it wasn't necessarily like four-year college, it was like high school with ashtrays. I also had a scholarship to UCSD, which was a very hoi polloi.
Go Tritons.
Oh, hoi polloi.
Oh,
Wait, CSD or USD?
UCSD.
Oh, okay.
University of
That's a
California,
Harvard
San Diego.
Yeah. It was at the fourth college, now called the Warren College.
Yes. Oh, okay.
I went for a year.
All right.
Because I was on the way to be, I was in the Commonwealth major, I was going to be a doctor. Saw the film strip, not movie, film strip on open heart surgery. Took a vocal music scholarship at USD the next year, ran out of money,
Did you pass out?
ended up
Hit your
at San
head?
Diego State.
Film strip.
Film strip. You know,
Oh,
do you know what
that's
film strip is? We say film strip?
Sure.
What is a film strip?
It's on the device that goes.
No. That would be a, no, we're having
That's a 16
a film
millimeter film.
today. Film strip. Do you remember James remembers, and so does Brian. And maybe probably JB. That's the only people in the room.
The gray machine about this big weighed probably about 50 pounds.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
You'd feed the film into it.
Which was basically, the film was only this long.
That's all. That's all.
It's less than 3 feet, right?
Projected onto a screen, and the teacher would choose that one special student. You get to turn the film strip when I say turn.
That
like
was the
this.
noise that I tried to make. Oh, that's, yeah.
Literally, you would turn.
Oh, yes, I remember that. Okay.
You know what do you know what it turned into? Remember the Kodak carousel?
Yes. Yes.
Of slides.
That's what it turned out. Yeah. Mike was big in the 80s. Now he's big and he's 80. That's what's called, you have a segment that says no preparation whatsoever. Coming up, the scam man.
Oh, boy.
Steve, JJ Weisman. Not only our oldest guest, but he's
We
our
all
oldest
need
guest.
this guy.
I got a scam. I think I'm getting a scam, and I want to ask him about it. Honestly, I've saved my kids more money and my parents more money just because of all the scams. I actually started a website called scamicide.com. Stand by. Loft 100 Studios, the Big Biz Show, and our affiliates and our hosts are not registered investment advisors or broker-dealers.
Our show hosts make no commitment that the purchase of securities of companies profiled or otherwise mentioned in our programming
are suitable or advisable for any person, or that an investment in such securities will be profitable in general.
Given the nature of the company's profile and the lack of an active trading market for the securities, investing is highly speculative and carries a certain high degree of risk.
We profile selected publicly traded and privately held companies on our program.
Most of these companies that we profile have provided compensation to Loft 100 Studios and its hosts for the profile coverage.
From time to time, we sell shares of the companies profiled in the open market that we receive as compensation for coverage of client companies.
But never sell stocks if we are speaking about interviewing or covering a public company who has paid compensation.
Specific questions on compensation can be obtained by contacting producer at sullyandgroup.com.
Listeners should verify all claims and do their own due diligence before investing in any securities mentioned on this program.
Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk.
We encourage our investors to invest carefully and read the investor information available at the websites on the
Securities and Exchange Commission at sec.gov and or the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, FINRA, at www.finra.org.
I like it.
Hey, is that a rescue plane?
Another beautiful day here in sunny Southern California. We're inside the Loft 100 Studios bringing you the Big Biz Show. Hope you're having a great day. That is the incredibly talented day trader trio, No Lessons, Self-Taught. Back here at the bar, No Lessons, period, Costa, Mary Godwin, and of course, Sully.
Big announcement here on the show.
Ooh, what?
So I heard, how many people do you have working here? Like 30 with the band and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's about to be another one in the Sully Entertainment Group, Loft Entertainment. What is it called? Loft Studios? What's the thing?
Loft 100
Loft
Thank you.
Studios.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
And Big Biz Show. Thanks. Nothing gets
Your
by
name
me.
is Sully.
Sully
Gets by me.
Entertainment Group.
I'll get it. Hold on. You don't hear the ringing? You know, ladies and gentlemen, may I say that our Emmy Award-winning director, Jared, show your face, please.
Oh, you dog.
I get a phone. Yeah.
Oh, you devil.
I get a call. Yes, they said.
You devil.
All he said was, "It's a boy."
Oh!
No way!
Get out of here.
Jared Coleman, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Jared, so how old's Paisley? So how old's Paisley now? You're
Wow.
2 in November. All right.
Oh my God.
And so
Tearing up over here.
yeah, it's isn't it fantastic?
Yes.
Yes.
Holy cow.
So Jared, so when is it? Okay, when's it?
When does he do?
Yeah, because all me and Mike are going backwards, right?
Yeah.
New Year's saying.
When are you going to be taking off work is what I want to know.
Yeah, when's little Mike due?
You mean little Sully?
Little Mike.
Sorry.
Actually, you know,
Little Lewis.
I think this is a cool middle name. Yeah. Remember, name of the show.
Magnum PI.
Done.
Magnum.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Although I was thinking Danger.
Danger's good.
Rip. Crash.
Rip Coleman.
Yeah.
Danger
Rip
Coleman.
Coleman,
Magnum
that's-
Coleman. That sounds like an adult film.
Hey, Steve JJ Weisman is the scam man. He is the author of several books, including The Truth About Avoiding Scams, Identity Theft Alert. As he likes to say, things aren't as bad as you think; they're far worse. But I will tell you, Steve didn't have Scamicide, and I think Russ T. Nails, God rest his soul, and I bugged him so much, said, you have so much content, you should do something every day. Yep. And he started Scamicide.com. And I can tell you, scammers usually pick on young adults under the age of 24 and elderly over the age of 80 type thing, or 75, 80.
Right. So glad you didn't say 50.
And you know, just the easy stuff like, Steve, what is it? Like, if there's a punctuation error in an email from Bank of America, it's probably scam. If they misspell your name, if you from the IRS, Jared just asked if there's pregnancy test scams. But the easy stuff is like the IRS doesn't send emails, they don't call you, right? I mean, what are some of the easy ones from the past, Steve, that we talked about, just the stuff that you spot in a New York Minute?
Well, one of the things is anything with gift cards. And, the problem is, we used to say, like you were talking about, excuse me, scammers got to me. Look for the punctuation error, look for the spelling error. But now with AI, they can make things, someone whose English is not their primary language, it will look good. One that I noticed that was kind of interesting, it was a punctuation thing someone might not necessarily notice, and that is when we do something with the $, we put it before the number. In France, they put it after the number. So you get something that's supposedly from the IRS with the $, after the number they're looking for, and it's a scam. So those things are easy, but they prey, and you indicated that, on the young, and particularly the new, the college kids age, and seniors. Now seniors have an excuse. There's a part of our brain that deals with skepticism that becomes less viable as we age, so we're more trusting. But the kids, they have no excuse except for the fact that they just trust what they see online, and that gets them
and I think kids get scared faster without life experience, right?
That's what with the toll road. There's a big toll road scam happening.
Oh my God!
And so my daughter, who's 16, she was 16 at the time, sent me a text from her friend. She's like, "Mom, is this real?" And it said, "You must pay this now." And I said, "Nope, it's not real. Don't click on that link at all." But she was afraid of getting in trouble from her parents.
Sure.
Right. I remember the phishing scams, the computers that, if you don't pay the money, we're not going to, this virus scam. One of my kids, I can't remember who did it, got sucked into the thing. And luckily we got out of it quickly, but it's the age old thing. My mom maybe called me, "Hey, Bob, are you still in Costa Rica?" So we've sent down $9,000. You know what I mean? And with the AI stuff, and I think I forget what it was called. I think it was called the Ethiopian letter scam or whatever it was called originally. Nigerian letter scam. Yes, I mean it was a million years ago. I got a question for you. If you guys are getting these, I'm getting all kinds of text messages.
Yeah.
Offering me jobs. Like are you guys getting the same thing?
Yes.
Is that a scam, Steve? Is this? And they're going to end up asking for a fee or something like that for the people that actually are looking for jobs?
Yeah, and here's the thing. First of all, so many scams have gravitated now towards text messages because we take those more seriously. We respond to them quicker. A lot of people just don't even pay attention to their emails. So that's one place. You look at the number that is being used to send you that text, and it's a very simple, readily available technology called spoofing, where you can make that text appear to come from the company or the government agency that's supposedly offering you the job. And it's my motto again, trust me, you can't trust anyone. When you are actually getting a job offer, at some point they're going to need your social security number in order to do proper tax withholding. But you can never be sure if it's legitimate or not. And they do a great job of making it seem it. So, maybe they're hiring you awfully quickly. Why are they contacting you to begin with? So what you do is you just confirm. If it's supposedly a job offer from Microsoft, you can contact HR at Microsoft and find out. So you should never respond to any text that asks for personal information or to click on a link unless you've really confirmed it. Making it worse, a lot of times we'll have security software that will pick up a link that's going to take you to some malware. But what the scammers are doing now is sending out emails and text messages with QR codes, and the security software doesn't pick that up. So you can't trust any of this.
Here's my question for you, Steve, as I'm looking here at my text messages. Is there because they're coming from phone numbers that are local to me here. For example,
like a local area
858 area code.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are like, look at we saw your application on our YouTube link, or
we do have a paper route for you, Sully.
And the interesting part of it is like here's one right now. Can you send us your current email so we can send you the best options so you can pick out an interview time? They're so obvious, but there's fish out there. Right?
I have a question. Can as simple as clicking on that link infect your phone? Can they have something that's attached to that link that could automatically infect your phone with a virus?
Yeah, unfortunately they do. And the problem is also that no matter how good your security software is, if this link is exploiting it with malware, that's what we call a zero-day defect, one that has not yet been discovered, it takes the security software companies about a month to fix that. So yeah, you don't want to click on that link because you're right, it could download that malware just by clicking on the link.
Hey, Steve, tell us about Scamicide before we let you out of here today. You got a new scam of the day every day still?
Oh, yeah. And, you go back. I don't know to thank you or to curse you for having Scamicide.
I agree.
So,
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Steve, JJ Weisman, scamicide.com is the website. Everybody go there if you want to save money. More importantly, avoid a horrible scam. All right, you don't want to avoid this, though. Much more to come with the Big Biz Show, so keep it here. Sunny, Southern California, although it's June, which means there's gloom everywhere.
Gloom.
Never gloom in the studio when you got the Day Trader Trio back here at the bar. It's Costa and Mary Burke Godwin. Hope you guys are having a great day. As always, appreciate you being along for the ride. Let's see if I can do this.
I'm trying, dude. I'm trying.
It's me. It's me.
Help you.
You didn't take lessons and you're playing the drums. I can't get you guys to finish cleanly on 2, so it's my fault.
You just got to get it in early enough, and then we know to do it at the end of the show.
Okay, I see. Bring the bus around, as you say.
Exactly, my man.
Bring the bus around.
Always great.
Okay.
The bus always comes back around.
That's what it is. Our buddy Dan Negroni, speaker, CEO, coach, consultant, chief launch officer, dannegroni.com, also professor, and you're teaching a new class. Great to see you, by the way.
Yes, great to see you guys.
You've got a new class you're teaching in the fall?
Yeah, I hear I'm going to be teaching business law, which will be fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
I'm a lawyer, so.
Yes.
Okay.
But
was business law your thing?
I was a
that you
corporate
practiced?
lawyer,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, but business law in college is a little bit different. It's kind of all the types of law. So from torts and negligence to property to contracts to corporations. So it's like a mini preview of what law school might be like.
Okay.
All the things you need to know.
Awesome.
We have some questions for you about AI and what AI is doing to people in the job market today, and is it separating us or bringing us together? But you've got a new book coming out?
I got a new book coming out called Workverse. And actually, it is written by myself, the founder of this company called Marley that we've talked about before, Michelle Duval. And Marley, the AI coach, has written some of the books.
Cool.
So it's
a
super
triumvirate.
cool.
Wait.
Yeah.
Love it.
An actual AI bot helped write the book.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes,
I
very
love that you're just being honest about it.
Oh, no, I mean,
that's part of the thing.
They're
right?
part of the author on that.
Yeah.
It's what is the workplace going to look like now with AI? And how do we combine people and tech?
Okay.
People in AI particularly, and it's such a cool book.
What do you and Marley have to say about it?
Me, Marley, and Michelle. Have to say that you cannot stop the train from coming. AI is here. It's everywhere in our lives. What we can talk about, whether you guys are using it, I'm using it an awful lot. Whether you use it for sales, whether you use it, Canva uses it for presentations. All sorts of companies are using it. Gong for sales, and OneMind, a friend of mine's company, they have an AI bot that'll actually be your salesperson. Super cool, my friend Amanda Kalo. And AI is here to stay, and it's not that AI is going to replace your job, but the people that know how to use AI certainly will replace you if you don't know how to use AI. And so, hey, young people, all those business law students, let's figure out how to incorporate AI as a skill set into the workplace.
Did AI make the physical process of writing the book easier?
Well, yes, because AI is like this plethora of data and information that it can prepare and serve up in seconds.
Yes.
I mean, as you've seen, it's just so cool.
Right.
And so you can give it parts of the book, you can have it look at other parts and go out there to, using a large language model like ChatGPT or Gemini and get other information. And, you got to be really good about your prompts, and you got to really be good about fact checking it.
That's what I was going to ask you. When you say people that know how to use AI, is that actually people that know how to create the right prompts come up with the ways in which to use it. Explain to me what it is.
So, I mean, there's creating AI and building AI products and all those things, and then there's using it.
Yes.
And yes, garbage in, garbage out. If you put in a bad prompt that says make this better, it's probably not going to be that much better.
Right.
But if you put in a prompt that, for example, says, hey, look at the market for this thing, look at the top 10 companies here, give me a summary of X, Y, and Z relative to those companies, their revenue, how they've succeeded, how they've failed, tell me what are those things, and then spit it out to me in one paragraph that is concise about what's the next step forward for this particular problem, and you write the problem out. Yeah, you're going to get really good stuff.
So how long would your prompt be? Because it sounds like it's very detailed prompt.
Yeah.
And how, that's like a whole
I'm
long...
going to give you a lawyer's answer, just since we're talking about
Yes,
business
please.
law. And the answer is it depends.
Okay.
I mean, I just think it depends what you're looking for and how much data you have that you know that you're trying to do to shape the answer that you're looking for. But for me, for example, doing keynotes and doing new presentations, what used to take me 20, 30 hours, I can now do in an hour.
Wow. Which
And I put in all the old stuff.
Yeah.
And it looks at the old stuff. I can put in a new reel and say, hey, here's my new reel, but look at my website and look at this competitor's website and look at the world and look at the market and the market for speaking about generational issues or the combination of people and tech in the workplace and how to grow the workplace, and boom.
How do you feel about students using it?
I love it.
Okay, this is what
I love it.
My daughter's going to go to college.
Yeah.
I'm thinking she's going to use AI. Everyone's using it.
Yeah, she should probably take a course in AI. I mean, high school should have a course in AI,
right.
how to use AI in college.
Because is it considered cheating anymore? Because, people are teachers are docking kids for saying AI wrote their paper.
Yeah.
But then it's not real that the student actually did write the paper.
I mean, like if it's a paper or, and you're borrowing things and they're writing it and you're being judged on your writing, I could see where AI might be a problem. But if you are being judged on putting a presentation together for a business or a strategic presentation and you're not using AI, you're failing. And the kids don't know how to use AI, and there is this kind of conflict between should I be able to use it or not? But the world is there. We use it in real life in businesses every day.
Right.
No one says to you, put your hands behind your back and don't touch the AI key because we don't want better information.
Right.
Like we don't want better results.
Yeah.
Dan Negroni, speaker, CEO, coach, consultant, chief launch officer, author, and college professor. Always great to have him here with us inside the Loft 100 studios. Okay, so you mentioned high school kids being offered a class on AI just to learn how. With
high school, college.
High school, sorry.
Workers in the workplace.
Okay, to me, that's one of those things where as you've told us time and time again, technology is advancing at warp speed, and businesses cannot stop the train.
Yeah.
Get on board, learn how to use it, become part of this ecosystem.
Yeah, well, it's like chastising someone years back for buying something on the internet, right?
Yeah.
When the internet came out, you didn't go to a store? No, because I can use my phone.
But do you get the sense that businesses, maybe big Fortune 500 companies out there, are realizing, hey, we have some employees, some people, upper, lower management, they need to get a crash course.
Yeah, I think all businesses are struggling with trying to figure out how to balance their people and how to balance AI and how to bring them together to integrate it to create better work efficiencies, better workflow, better ideas of who might do a particular job and how to do that particular job. And it's the wild, wild west. And so the more, if you're young or if you're old, really look at AI and learn to understand it because it will set you apart. And your daughter, amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
get her on that.
When you're saying AI too, I mean, really my experience with it is ChatGPT.
Right.
It's the only thing I know how to use. Are there other things? I mean, I know there's all sorts of.
So all softwares in different disciplines now use AI.
Okay.
They use AI to make your customer service better. They use AI to know what ads to serve to you on Instagram. They use AI to make processes more efficient, to build a better product. AI is being used everywhere. Everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
What's the name of the new book coming out?
Workverse, the Workverse,
When
the
can we
new
expect it?
workplace.
Yeah, when can we get it?
Yes, and probably in the next few weeks, I think.
Love it.
Yeah.
How's the summer going? Good?
Good.
Love it.
Just trying to get tan, and when I saw myself on screen, I'm like, God, I'm tan.
Dan Negroni, speaker, CEO, coach, consultant, chief launch officer, author, and professor. Always great to see you, brother. The Big Biz Show continues live from the Loft 100 studios in Southern California. Wherever you may be watching or listening worldwide, we welcome you back to the program. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for being along for this ride. That is the Day Trader Trio back here at the bar. It is Costa, it is Mary Burt Godwin, and of course, it is Sully.
Good to see you today. You have a very special guest on set. One of my favorite people, because we've had conversations on and off the show, and I'm glad you're back. And I didn't realize you were so close until the second interview, and we started begging him to come down. Thank you so much for coming. Najeeb, Ghauri is his name, and of course, NTWK is his ticker symbol. NETSOLtech.com. NETSOL is the name of the company. It is so good to see you. And what's interesting is your value proposition and what you guys are doing as a leader in AI-powered solutions for, and I'll let you take it from here, because we're talking OEMs, dealerships. You're helping people sell, is what you're really doing.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you again, Sully, for inviting me. It was a pleasure to drive here, because I really enjoyed last time when I was there 2 years ago.
And I'll tell you, when it happened last time, everything you said was going to happen in your business has happened. And it happened faster than you said. So I'm going to let you review again what you guys do for the folks who don't remember seeing him on the air. But talk about what you guys are doing.
Okay. We are a pure technology company. We've been around for 25 plus years. We support the biggest auto finance sectors globally. China is the biggest market. US is the second biggest market. We're growing. So what we do is basically our product, which is to support leasing and finance businesses, powered by now AI.
Okay, so when you just so I understand, when you're talking about leasing and finance, okay, you're talking about when we're in that little room signing our papers and they're hitting the button on the computer, you guys are the backbone that does it. Is that accurate?
Pretty much.
Okay.
So we basically deal with auto finance companies. Okay, and if you can imagine the size of the market, it's quite huge. China is our biggest market. US is the giant, which we are now penetrating. So it has an amazing, I think, opportunity to grow the business, because despite the fact that we are so many years in the business, there's still a lot to grow, because the market is growing, and it's a multi-trillion-dollar market worldwide, and it's a hundreds of billion-dollar market in auto sector.
Okay, so which makes sense, because you remember it was called the 9-line form or something back in the day. We had to remember you'd be in the finance office and you're leasing a car or buying a car, and
pages and pages.
And so now you have given an infrastructure to that and a backbone to that. Where does AI come into this? Because when we had you last, it was sort of scratching the surface, but now it's become a pretty big part of what you guys are heading towards, correct?
Yeah. So look, the best part of this whole business is the ecosystem we have. That is the best talent we have. They're software programmer, engineers, now they're AI equipped, powered with the new technology and new ideas. So the talent pool is the main thing. They're the one who are cutting codes, designing system, making software, implementing all the finance companies wherever they are. And to give you a classic example is that China, for example, we have 25 auto finance companies, multinational. We have 20 of them.
So you're talking about finance companies in China?
Yes, auto finance companies.
You're talking about auto finance companies in the country of China. Has anyone ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about the citizens of China, the amount of people there, and they need cars just like we do, and they're all paying cash for cars?
You hit the nail on the head. I'll tell you why. 25 years ago, when we started doing our business, China only had one finance company, which was Mercedes-Benz back then, exactly 2004. And so we were the first one who introduced finance companies concept, the technology to support the finance companies. So we are the middle piece, the engine that drive finance company business.
If you think in terms of the engine, you start thinking in terms of if you buy a Ford, or you buy a BMW.
Yeah.
It always says on the paper their name. Are you plane rep? Are you letting them license the technology, or are you actually doing the technology?
Technology.
No kidding.
We're not in leasing business. We're financing leasing software.
Najeeb Ghauri is the director and CEO of NETSOL Tech. NETSOLtech.com is a website. Their ticker symbol NTWK. What's it like dealing with the Chinese government? I mean, are they sitting there going,
they have boots on the ground? I mean,
yeah, where's our
piece?
piece?
That's the next question, sure.
Well, interesting. I'm proud to say we're quite well known in China. We actually, when I was in Beijing last year in October, we met the government of Tianjin, which is a big growing tech sector hub actually, and they give a lot of respect. They appreciate the fact that we are the only company in this space for auto finance companies using our software to run the multi-billion-dollar business. So it's a pretty good position for us to be in China.
What is there? So when you're doing financing, what's the interest rate like?
We don't do financing.
There's no financing.
We provide the software, the technology to.
No, I'm just talking about as a country.
Well, I mean, it could vary, you know.
Because you know what that smells like to me? It smells like capitalism.
Yeah.
It's like free market economy.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, we're talking about China, right?
Yeah.
That didn't exist before.
Yes.
Now I realize you're not the finance company, you're the backbone, but I'm saying the people that are filling little boxes there are saying, this is your interest rate, this is the amount, this is your monthly payment.
We have the whole application, the whole plan, you know.
So you were talking about that being in that little room, and it gives me the anxiety to think about because it's hours that we used to spend in there. So what you're doing, you're speeding up that process, right? And making it so we're not there for 4 hours.
Mary, a clipboard and a wave will get you through any door in any city.
I'm always the one that carries the clipboard. Okay. You know me.
I get through any door. At the same time, as if you take that philosophy, I would call up probably when I was 30 years old, okay? Just make it in the world. I would call and say, hey, I'm not coming down there. I'd call the last day of the month, but this is how I think. I know the hamster wheel is different here. Mm-hmm. It is. Last day of the month, I call it 6 p.m. Now, what does that mean for salespeople, Mike?
Got it. Whatever it takes.
It's the last day of the month. They get their numbers.
Oh, yes.
They're going to cut a deal.
Yep.
I call like it's maybe 5 p.m. No, they close at 9. Last day of the month, okay? Call up and I ask for the sales manager. Look, I'm buying a car today, whether it's for you or somebody else. I'm not coming down there. Here's what I got. Okay. Let me fax over, what's your pager number? let me fax over the 5-liner, whatever, fill it out. And the point was, not many people think that way, and that's why one of the reasons that you're successful as far as...
Sully, if you just to further simplify, just imagine you're an auto finance company, right?
Yeah.
Your job is to sell and lease cars, right?
Sure.
We are the middle piece to help facilitate that transaction.
But it's expedient, though. Yeah. Also, that's what she was getting to. It's not just a matter of having the AI technology. It's not just having something bigger, better, faster, stronger, cheaper. It's also the fact that you really are kind of the peak of efficiency in probably the most inefficient market. Right. So let me ask you this. All of us use digital currency because we all have the same $40 in our pocket, unless we're tipping somebody, right? We use our credit cards, we use our phone. We use electronic currency. There's this thing under the new digital currency, which we're going to see in the next 5 to 7 years, that is run by the blockchain. Mm-hmm. Blockchain is the infrastructure that runs that. When that happens, when I buy a car, I'm going to hand you the money, you're going to hand me the car, or I'm going to hand you $1, you're going to hand me a potato. There's no middleman involved in that thing. I know that you and I talked this before about that doesn't really change your world, does it? Because financing is still going to be financing. There's still going to have to be an infrastructure to do that financing, and it probably accelerates what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because of the fact that it's more simple for peer-to-peer transactions versus having a broker in the middle.
Be a way to buy cars?
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead.
But we also, since we met last time, or 2 years ago, we have now advanced to mobility, digital transaction in the US market. For example, I'll give you a classic example. We supported the finance companies. Then we pivoted on top of what we're doing with the finance companies, auto finance companies all over the world. Now we have a digital platform. What it does is, and the best way to explain you is give you an example in the US. 2 years ago, we implemented with the digital retail with the BMW USA.
I remember.
350 dealerships are now being connected with our platform.
Right, and you were right at you were on-ramping that the last time we spoke.
And it's so beautiful that we spend a lot of time, invested a lot of time in bringing AI into that, powered with AI technology, so that it's more speedy, efficient, cost-saving, improving your balance sheet, employees are doing better. So it's got new tools and new setup to really move things fast. See, the digital thing is really the key right now for us.
I think so too, and I think the other piece of it too that people need to understand is that right now car dealerships are really a broker for you to get that type of car. They're going to be an on-ramp versus being a broker. It's a lot different. Yeah. It means it'll lower prices, it'll lower transaction, but it's never going to.
It's very competitive.
But it's going to increase your business because it's going to be more accessible, and meaning because those types of cars are going to be down. They're going to be down in price. Last of all, before I let you get out of here, first of all, you got to come back. I need you for a whole hour. You know.
Yeah, no more.
I love you. I'll keep coming back.
Yeah, you come back. I want to know what happens in your world, in the world when self-driving cars start becoming a reality. Does that change anything in terms of your liability, in terms of with respect to how many cars you can, or how many dealerships you can handle, how many different verticals you can handle? Or are you guys?
Personally speaking, sorry, I don't like self-serving car.
Me neither, but I'm saying, but it's coming.
It's risky, but it's happening,
Well, there's no human error, which is what the argument is. The argument is that there's no.
That's the example,
Right, but that's just so. How big can you expand and how fast can you expand? I guess is the real question.
Well, I think, look, when you have established name like NETSOL with the best engine, the technology, the artificial intelligence, the AI thing is now empowered with AI. We're looking at the future. We're not just using the old technology. We've really moved on, pivoted from old technology to the new technology. So I think we always will remain relevant in the industry. And we'll keep bringing new ideas that will make us stronger and really make a value proposition for our customers.
I'll tell you, his name is Najeeb Ghauri, one of my favorite people, one of my favorite guests. I want you for a whole hour because what I want to know is when you start being the infrastructure for real estate transactions.
Oh boy.
Because you could. The technology's there.
Buy NTWK.
NETSOLtech.com is the website, ticker symbol NTWK. Director, CEO, Najeeb Ghauri.
Oh my God!
It is the Big Biz Show. And if you say anything bad about it,
do we know any Brothers Gibbs? Any BGs? So, I've got breaking news today. Final study completed for Cingulate's lead asset, CTX 1301. Of course, Cingulate, publicly traded company under the stock symbol CING. Of course, J Schaffer, a good friend of the program, chairman and CEO of Cingulate, Cingulate.com, dealing with ADHD. Thank you.
Good.
Shane, how are you, brother? Good to see you.
Very good. Don't forget. I mean, you know who we are.
Hey, listen, I'm his first compassionate case they come out with. Hey, can you talk, before we get into, for some of the people that don't know who you are and the company is, but there's an awful lot of people that are tuning in because I knew you were going to be on the air tonight. Talk about the fact that no serious adverse effects reported on your final study completed for your for CTX 1301. That is a big deal. This is a huge milestone for you guys as a biotech company. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, number one, just being completed with all of our clinical trial work. I mean, we've been in constant communication with the FDA for the last 5-6 years, about our clinical trial program. This is the final study, and it's now over. We have the capital in place to get us all the way through this year, to get the NDA submitted and filed. We'll have a lot of inflection points and milestones. But one of the things you said, Sully, is really important here. We've now had over nine clinical trials. And in every single one of those trials, we had either no or fewer side effects than any other product that's been on the market.
And Shane, as a reminder, the other products are things like first thing comes to mind was Cialis, probably not the right one. Different drug. Side effects.
That was initially a side effect, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Can I? So we're talking about the Adderalls of the world, the Vyvances of the world, and so on and so forth. And this is for the people who are listening for the first time. You've come up with a drug that is, or working on a drug and going through FDA clearance and so on and so forth, that treats ADHD, what used to be called hyperactivity disorder, or ADD, now called attention deficit hyperactive disorder. And there's only been a few drugs that you could use, but it's basically a stimulant, which doesn't make any sense to the rest of us until you start thinking about the science, because the stimulant is basically would stimulate you, and you think the last thing someone with ADHD needs is stimulation, but apparently it affects the frontal lobe. But you have a time release sort of method here, as we're seeing, where you've got a coating that releases one part of the drug, and then a second part of the drug. And the reason being, Shane, I'll let you talk about it, because that's been the biggest problem with ADHD drugs, is because you got to keep taking them. There's no way to monitor it. Take over on that for a minute for me.
Yeah, so I mean, there's two classes of medications used for ADHD. 90+% uses what's called stimulants. The other part uses non-stimulants. Let's think of non-stimulants as your third or fourth or fifth choice, because that's really what it is. It's you can't tolerate the stimulants. But now back to the stimulant class. They've been used for over 70 years. And the FDA has never rejected a stimulant for the treatment of ADHD. And we're preparing to submit our NDA, which is a new drug application, in just a matter of months. So a major inflection point for our company. But when you look back at the treatment history of this, they call them stimulants because if you don't have ADHD, you're going to get stimulated. But if you have ADHD, what it does is it normalizes your brain and puts you in a much better perspective for to deal with your daily activities.
I want to interrupt here. I want to read from this press release because it goes with right what you're saying here. Because you are in development of the first true once daily stimulant medication that treats ADHD over an entire day. And what's critical is it doesn't matter what your food intake is or anything else. There's nothing affecting it. This works regardless, or at least that's what the early tests indicate. Correct?
Well, so we did a study a couple years ago with our 25 milligram dose, which is the mid dose. Now 50 is our highest dose. And by the way, it'll be the highest available dosage form anywhere in the world of a methylphenidate-based preparation. So this is a huge clinical and commercial advantage. So it'd be the highest dose that an adult, let's say, that has severe ADHD could actually utilize to cover their entire active day. So we want to get you from home to homework, breakfast to dinner, revelry to taps, your active day. No one has ever done that before. Not only do we accomplish that because we now timed 3 specific doses at the right time of the day in 3 specific ratios. We're not giving you the same dose 3 times because that doesn't make sense. We're giving you the right amount at the right time and in the right style. We pulse when we need to, and we give you a sustained release when that's the more appropriate way to deliver your ADHD meds. And we have 8 dosage strengths across the entire spectrum of the disorder. So for the first time, physicians, providers, nurses, nurse practitioners, PAs, they're going to finally have the ability to give patients with ADHD one tablet, lasts the entire active day, has a lower side effect profile than anything we've seen before in ADHD, and it has an effect size 3 to 4 times greater than the so-called best products that ADHD has been used, that has been treating ADHD patients for the last 50 years. It's truly groundbreaking work.
Shane Schaffer, the chairman and CEO of Cingulate, their ticker symbol, CING, also a Kansas City Chiefs loser, joining us here once again on the Big Biz Show.
The best record in football, though.
Yeah, whatever.
When are the Raiders playoff game? I love you.
God, why you gotta
Sorry, Mike.
Raiders?
Sorry, buddy.
He fired back, and I wasn't expecting.
I love it.
Let's get back to the subject at hand, please. Shane, I want to talk about, because I know I've talked to you briefly about my daughter and her being diagnosed with ADHD. So in kids, is it the same? Cingulate can also be used for children, right? Or she's not even a child anymore.
We'll be seeking approval in ages 6 and older.
Okay.
So that's the typical approval. So, if there's a small percentage of patients below the age of 6 that do get treated, that's typically really severe cases of ADHD. We'll be seeking approval in 6 and older, which is pretty much every product's label on the market.
And then
doctors can always make a decision to use it earlier.
And then you take it in the morning, early morning, I'm assuming, because then it releases throughout the day, right? Just one tablet, as you were saying, the 3 times daily, it's just automatically releasing. And
go ahead. When you wake up, take it right away. Exactly. When you wake up, take it right away, and it's going to deliver 3 specific doses at time 0, 3 hours later, and 7 hours after you took the tablet. They're giving you a perfect day.
Hey, Shane, I got an email from last time you were on from a guy by the name of Ted Jenkins. I don't know where he's from but he asked a question about whether this is a drug. Is this more about drug delivery or more about medicine or both?
It's a new product, but it is drug delivery. So our PTR platform, Precision Time Release, really, it's a very innovative platform. For the first time in clinicians, in the ability of ADHDs, is a tablet giving you the ability to deliver 2, 3, 4, up to 5 of the same or different drugs in one little tablet. Now, what we're doing in ADHD, and that's why we developed this delivery technology, was to make sure we're delivering the right drug at the right time, in the right place, in the right style. We're going to utilize it in insomnia. We're going to utilize it in anxiety. We're going to utilize it in movement disorders, in oral oncology medications, in antivirals. We're going to utilize this drug delivery platform across the board. Right now, we're going to solve the ADHD problem, a $22 billion a year category in the U.S. alone.
He is one of our favorites, the chairman, CEO of Cingulate, their ticker symbol, CING. He is Shane Schaffer. Shane, always great, my friend. And in all seriousness, good luck to you and the Chiefs.
Thanks, buddy.
In the NFL playoffs. We'll see you out here in a couple of weeks, pal. All right,
Favorite guys.
More at the Big Biz Show after this.